probably of the three club sides from here are the most inexperienced in European terms. They've only 2 or 3 players that have actually played in Europe before. So hopefully they will have learned something from it. I'm sure it'll not affect their domestic performances for the rest of the season.
Your other team, Glentoran, they were in Romania today in the Cup Winners' Cup. Tough one?
Well, I watched the first leg at the Oval, a 1-1 draw, as we know, and Glentoran, I thought, played exceptionally well. But it'll be interesting to see how Steaua approached today's match, because I think they came to the Oval thinking they would wrap it up in the first leg, and I think they were totally surprised with how well Glentoran acquitted themselves.
All right, Jim, for the moment, thank you very much. Let's see the Glentoran game, and I did a commentary today as we brought the pictures in from Bucharest. Looking at the teams first of all, Glentoran, they made 2 changes from the first leg of the Oval. Gary McCartney starting his first game of the season. He's had an ankle injury. And Billy Caskey was also back after missing the first game because of a calf injury. Stephen Douglas and Johnny Jameson, the men left out. Steaua, well, they made just 1 change from the lineup in Belfast. Adrian Savu wearing the number 9 shirt instead of Olyan Menea. 6 Romanian internationals there, including one of their top names, Ili Dumitrescu. So away we go then in this Cup Winners' Cup tie in Bucharest. Steaua in the red, Glentoran in the familiar red, green and black. And an early break from Steaua, and almost problems for Glentoran, but that was Conor McCaffrey getting the ball away for a corner. Early pressure from the home team. Taken quickly. The cross goes in, but much too long. And a chance of an early breather for Glentoran. The cross going in from Daniel Menea there, the number 5. Very much the playmaker at the side. Menea plays just in front of the back 4. A poorish crowd in the stadium, lots of empty spaces. Steaua, the army team, and during President Ceausescu's regime, very much his team. Since the revolution, the team's popularity is thought to have waned slightly, and that may be reflected in that small crowd today. Included there, of course, a couple of hundred Glentoran supporters. Ombescu gets it forward. Caskey. This is Ungrianu, the number 3. Nice touch from him. Oh, and a good early challenge there from George Neal. And that's what they'll have to do, of course. Close the Steaua players down. Ungrianu there, the number 3. 55 caps, and in fact played in Belfast in 1984 when Northern Ireland beat Romania by 3-2. Free kick taken quickly by Bombescu. Long ball forward. Campbell finds McCaffrey. Long ball forward, but here comes Bombescu. Ungrianu. And that was Raymond Morrison going into the back of him. The referee stamping and that sort of thing very early. Glentoran's 58th game in Europe, and in the 1-1 draw at the Oval, Steaua showed enough class to suggest they could give Glentoran a torrid 90 minutes. Indeed, many observers rate Steaua as one of the best European teams to have played over here. And that's a good turn from Lazar. Dramatic fall, but nothing given. Not a red shirt forward, and it's back to Dean Smith. And Big Dean will be expecting a busy time. George Neal, 15th European appearance today for Neal. And Dean Smith will be well aware that these Steaua fellas, they like to hit long-range shots, 25 yards, 30 yards. Steaua playing the offside, and that's Stengaciu having to come out and collect. Gives it to Ungrianu. Quickly closed down again though by Morrison, hassling the fullback, doing well. Bit of experience there from the fullback, buying that free kick. He whistles from the home supporters. Stone Devine. Bundling over the number 9, Savu. The only change in the team today from the side which played at the Oval 2 weeks ago. Very nice quick football. And Torn though back in numbers. Looks for the ball inside, but well read there. Good covering. Glentoran have played in Romania before. That was in the Cup Winners' Cup way back in 1973. Chamia Râmnicu the side. They won 2-0 at the Oval, Glentoran, and drew 2-2 in Romania. In fact, that was the start of Glentoran's best ever performance in Europe, eventually going out in the quarter-finals to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Number 11 is Stan, the man who scored the penalty in Belfast. And the Romanians, they play a very flexible system. The touch, the skill, the fitness of the highest order. And already in these early stages looking very composed on the ball. The challenge going in there from Ron Manley on Serakaru. Free kick quickly taken. That's Neil getting it away. Put forward again by Bombescu, but straight to Dean Smith. Just over 6 minutes gone. Dean Smith not in any real hurry. Keeping calm, keeping the pace of the game as slow as possible. But once again, some nice touch football from Steaua. The number 2 is Petrescu. This looks like a little Dumitrescu. Given away, but they get it back. Blocked though by Bars. Dumitrescu again. Clever little player. This is good. Serakaru! And a good save from Dean Smith. In fact, it was Petrescu, the right back, who hit it. But very good goalkeeping from Dean Smith. 10 minutes gone, it's still 0-0. A low shot, but that will be no problems. A very poor effort from Eli Stan. Okay. Well won by Bombescu. Lazar got the touch, but that's forward by Bars. Steaua, oh, the mistake, and the chance for McCartney, but he just couldn't make it pay. And look at the goalkeeper, Stengachu, and his defender, but a real chance there for Gary McCartney. The mistake by the defender, McCartney was in, but the finish was weak. Steaua, one of Europe's top clubs, last year in the European Cup final. They lost to AC Milan, but they won the European Cup back in 1986 when they beat Terry Venables' Barcelona on penalties. And they were the first East European side to win the big one, the European Cup. And they're obviously keen to do well again, reported to have been on £1,000 a man for the Oval game. And that's a lot of money these days in strife-torn Romania. Through my headphones I can hear some muted singing from the terraces. I think it might be coming from the Glentoran supporters. Steaua doing well. Glentoran equal to it at the moment. Throw in goes to Steaua. Steaua get it back again. All a bit too clever, a bit too intricate, and the goal kick goes to Glentoran. Dean Smith there, a nice shot. The army behind him. Morrison jumps, but beaten by Ungrianu. Terry Moore looking for George Neal to come back and go wide to try and build from the back, but they've decided against that. And Dean Smith will try to launch a long one. Well won by Bombescu. John Devine. It's a long ball forward. Bit of nifty footwork from Stefan Jovan. "20 minutes gone, still 0-0, and Glentoran have certainly done their job thus far." Here comes the long-range effort, and it's a good one. Ili Stan, the man who scored the penalty kick in Belfast in the 1-1 draw, has put Steaua one up here after 20 minutes. We were talking about the long-range shooting. Well, Stan got the ball, he lined it up and drilled it into the bottom corner. 1-0 to Steaua. Glentoran will be disappointed at losing that goal in the 20th minute. But overall, they can't have too many complaints. They've stuck to the task very well against one of Europe's top sides. Barney Barrs losing out there, getting back, making the challenge again. Dumitrescu plays it wide. Dumitrescu again, weaving nice patterns, Steaua, but not finding a way through. Can they now? Oh, that's Dumitrescu in there, the fullback. Dumitrescu again. Oh, the chance! And it's in the roof of the net. It's 2-0, and it's Dumitrescu. 36 minutes gone. The ball played in, Glentoran couldn't get it cleared. It fell for Eli Dumitrescu, and he made no mistake. 2-0. George Neal winning there, but a bit of pushing. And the free kick given, pushing in on the back of Sabu. Number 8, Dumitrescu. That's a bad ball, read by Barney Barrs. But he in turn gives it to Bombescu. And that was manly, and that looked a good challenge. Dumitrescu making a bit of a meal of it, and the referee quite rightly saying, "Get up." I have to say, I didn't think that was a free kick. Lazar, lovely one-touch stuff again. And here's Ungrianu trying to get forward as ever. Oh, that's a good ball, but just too long. It was indeed. Dean Smith, beaten twice already, but he couldn't be blamed in any way for either of them. McCartney won it. but it falls to a red shirt. Five minutes left of the first half, 2-0 to Steaua. Stan getting the first one in 20 minutes, and then on 36 minutes, Dumitrescu got the second. And two very good goals they were. Strong challenge going in there from Raymond Morrison. George Neal did well. Looks for the run from Manley, doesn't find him. And here's Petrescu. One-touch football again. Petrescu, the fullback, but look where he is. Plays it wide, gets the support. Trying to thread it through, but Glentoran saw the danger. And Raymond Campbell will let that run for the throw-in. And the Romanian crowd now coming up with the chance. They were silent early on. But now at 2-0, they feel their side are very much in command. Dumitrescu. Oh, and once again, that's not a good decision. Very poor decision. Dumitrescu had lost the ball, but the referee falling for the old trick. Dumitrescu going down. An Oscar-like performance. But the end result is he's won his team a free kick. Lazar is number 10. Dumitrescu is 8. Glentoran lining up that wall. Dumitrescu there, commanding things. They're claiming that Gary McCartney is not 10 yards away. Touched off, and that's off Billy Caskey, and the corner kick goes to Steaua. Inside the last 2 minutes of this first half, Glentoran will not want to concede another goal at this stage. Eli Stan across to take it. Here comes Bombescu, doesn't win it though. Brianu taking it quickly. Lazar gets it back. Dumitrescu. Glentoran just get it upfield. The chase for Ron Manley, but no problems for Bombescu. This is Manea. Outside of the foot. Oh, it's a half chance. Looking for the penalty, but no penalty there. But almost danger again for Glentoran. A bit of slackness. And Savu was the man almost getting in, but not quite. Terry Moore to bring it forward. Bars had to move it quickly, forced into the mistake. And once again, Steaua have it. Lazar, good turn. Still with it, and that will be a free kick. Billy Caskey funneling Lazar over. Barney Bars exchanging words there with the referee, claiming that the Romanians might be overacting in these situations, getting these free kicks. So Dumitrescu, Stan, Lazar. We're now in injury time in this first half. Permany 1 from 3. Dumitrescu! And that is a magnificent goal. Brilliant strike from Dumitrescu. Confronted by the wall. It didn't mean a thing to that fella. And he buried it right in the corner. 3-0. In injury time, Glentoran concede a third. And the finishing, as I said earlier, it really is devastating, isn't it? Play held up. Conor McCaffrey waits. Free kick in the end given to Glentoran to be taken by Terry Moore. McCartney trying to get in there, but Manley penalised for the foul earlier on Tombescu. This is Daniel Petrescu. The referee brings to an end the first half. Glentoran, they started so well, but then Stan put Steaua 1 up in 20 minutes, and then 2 tremendous strikes in 36 minutes and 46 minutes from Dumitrescu. Leaves it Steaua 3, Glentoran 0 at half-time in this Cup Winners' Cup tie. Steaua, along with Dynamo Bucharest, the big two in Romania. Last season it was Dynamo who did the double. In fact, they beat Steaua in the cup final, wait for this, 6-4 in 90 minutes. This season, Steaua at the top of the league championship, even after a 0-0 draw at the weekend. And looking at those pictures early in the second half, I think I spotted Johnny Jameson on as a substitute for Glentoran. Taken by Terry Moore. Campbell. He's done well. The cross goes into the back post. Well taken by Stengachu. Riano continued his run and gets it to Petrescu. 6 is Jovan. Oh, that's a bad ball. And here indeed is number 14, Johnny Jameson. Johnny Jameson making his 19th appearance in Europe. Now 32 years of age, Johnny. He's in his 10th year with Glentoran, joining them in 1980 from Linfield. So Steaua, very comfortable, obviously. 3-goal lead. Will they settle for that, or will they keep coming forward? Terry Moore losing out. And here comes Steaua again. Petrescu. Raymond Morrison down there, off the ball incident with Dumitrescu. Billy Kasky none too happy. I didn't really see the incident. I saw Morrison go down. And the Glentoran players less than happy. I think they're suggesting the referee should have a word with the linesman. But if Dumitrescu raised his hands, well, it should be a red card and not the yellow card which the referee has produced. Raymond Morrison once again goes down very quickly in midfield. Glentoran, they get the ball and immediately a red shirt right beside them. McCaffrey with the throw. Kasky. Harry McCartney almost getting through on the run, but not quite. And there is a red card for Raymond Morrison. Now, that happened off the monitor picture. In fact, it's not Morrison. Kasky is the man going off. You were seeing the picture as I was seeing it. He had the red card in the face of Raymond Morrison, but Morrison obviously protesting, and it was for that bit of shenanigans with a Steaua player that Billy Kasky has been sent off. Sedakaru. Good strong challenge from Morrison. Did appear to be obstructed, but nothing given. Oh, Ungrianu going through again, still going, down he goes. Nothing given. But the danger not cleared yet. That's off Moore. Steaua forward in numbers. Ungrianu. George Neal it was with the challenge. But once again, the tight triangles from Steaua. But this time, no way through. In these closing stages, Glentoran, quite rightly, slowing things. Dean Smith, you remember, having been beaten 3 times, but he couldn't be faulted for any of them. 3 superb strikes. And the goals really were an example of a top-class European side at work. Petrescu. Sedakaru gives it wide to Ungrianu. Oh, he's given it away to Morrison. He gives it back. And that's Jameson. Safety first, get it out of there. But no respite, it's on its way back. This is Jovan. Oh, good ball! Is it in? It is. And would you believe it? It's Petrescu, the fullback. I think it's been ruled out, though. No, it hasn't. I thought the expression on Petrescu's face meant it hadn't been given. Just over 10 minutes to go. The ball played in from the right. Glentoran couldn't get it cleared. The challenge on the line, and it was in off Petrescu. 4-0 to Steaua. Ungrianu, the fullback, on the run again, and running into trouble. John Devine finds Jameson, but no green shirts forward, apart from Gary McCartney. And to their credit, Glentoran have kept going. Losing goals and losing a player. When Billy Kasky was sent off, the heads could tend to drop, but it hasn't turned out like that. And the men from East Belfast are still competing. But it's the men from East Europe who are moving forward. Petrescu, 5-0, and the fullback has got 2 of them. 2 minutes left. The quick 1-2. The gap opened up. Petrescu threw it, and it's 5-0. Dumitrescu, tormentor and chief for Steaua today. What a superb player he looks, taking over the role left vacant here when Hadji went to Real Madrid. And the obstruction given. Lazar. not really agreeing with the decision, but the free kick given to Glentoran. We're now in injury time in this Cup Winners' Cup tie. There we are. The referee brings it to an end. 3-0 at half-time for Steaua. 3 classic goals. The first one from Stan, then 2 from Dumitrescu. There's the Glentoran supporters, disappointed in defeat, but still managing to cheer and clap their side. So Glentoran going down 5-0 and 6-1 on aggregate. Well, let's just remind ourselves of how our local clubs fared in Europe. Confirmation of that earlier scoreline in the European Cup. Portadown bombarded with goals at Shamrock.
Yes, Portadown are looking good for the league championship. After Saturday's game with Glentoran, the holders are 5 points clear of the field with a match in hand as we approach the crucial Christmas and New Year programme. It was Glentoran who had the better early opportunities.